What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Christian J Show. So today's TV show review is one of my all-time favorites, Glee. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Anyway, Glee is one of my all-time favorite shows. Like, when I tell you, Glee is up there in the top 5 of my shows, it's up there. So I rank Glee a 10 out of 10. Obviously, there are so few parts of it, like, what's going on? But then obviously there are parts of it like, okay, yeah, this is the show, this is that show, they are doing the thing. So, of course, one of my favorite characters is Miss Mercedes Jones. So, you know, Mercedes Jones, I love Mercedes. Then we have Santana as our second, then Kurt as a third, then Marley fourth, and Unique fifth. So, Rachel's not up there. I really not like Rachel. Yeah, she could say she could hit a note. I know, right about parade. But overall, Rachel was not a good character. She was not a good person. I know people be like, oh, she's good, she's a good person, she's a good person. No. That girl was not a good person. For her to send somebody to an active crack house because she did not want them to join the Glee Club, I would be like, oh, okay. So you don't want me to join the Glee Club? Oh, all right. Okay. Right there and there. Goodbye. Rachel was one of those type of people who wanted things her way, and she wanted it now, and she wanted it how she wanted it to go. And the fact that Mr. Schuster enabled her, I did not like that. And you had people in that Glee Club that wanted to do more and wanted a chance, but he was so focused on Rachel and Finn, or just Rachel by herself, and boom, man, Rachel could get away with murder, and he would be like, okay, well, whatever. Just like when they had, was it boot camp or booty camp? One of those two, one of the words, and Mercedes got there late because they should say she was sick because she woke up late. One of those two, and he got mad at her. She was sick, and sir, can you see she's sick? She's not able to do all what you want her to do. And I like that she went off on him because he needed that. Him and his hair, and his chin, or as Sue would call his SpongeBob square chin. He needed to be told off. Because, sir, you get mad at everybody else, but Rachel is not even here. And I think Rachel was working on her Deanna audition or something. She was working on something, but honey, you still failed that Deanna audition. Please. And y'all remember she was on the, please, Mr. Timothy, please. Yeah. You still failed that audition. And I don't understand how he would get mad at everybody else for not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Rachel didn't do what she was supposed to do. He got mad at Mercedes, told Mercedes said she walked out, she's out of Glee Club. How many times has Rachel walked out of Glee Club? And she still came back the next day. But as soon as Mercedes want to walk out of Glee Club, now she can't come back, or now she's out. I'm glad Mercedes left. I'm glad Santana and Brittany left alone and go with her. I wish Tina would have went too. To be honest, Tina should have left too. Matter of fact, Kurt, you go ahead too with Mercedes and Santana and Brittany. Go on. Go to the Triple Toes. I don't know Triple Toes was an all female group, but Kurt, the first seasons, Kurt, he will, when she would be like, okay, it's boys against girls, Kurt will always go with the girls. So that's why I said Kurt go over there with Triple Toes. Because obviously he was not being appreciated over there in the new directions either. Because Kurt can sing now. Kurt can sing. And it's obvious Mr. Schuster did not see any other talent outside of Rachel. He only used Mercedes to wail on the last note every time of song so they could get a good ranking. He used Quinn and Sam one time as a duet. He used somebody else once. Santana, he used her once, but overall, he would use nobody else. Rachel would get Rachel. It was Rachel. It was basically the Rachel show. Rachel in the Glee Club, like how David Ruffin said he's David Ruffin and these are the Temptations. Yeah, it was basically like, it's Rachel Berry and the New Directions. And everybody was valid in coming against Rachel. Everybody was valid. Santana was valid. Even though Santana was a bully, I'm not gonna lie, Santana was a bully. And even though sometimes she would bring, they was talking about her, attacking her, and she was in the hallway crying, I was like, well, why are you crying? Like, you have bullied these people as well. Like, you have bullied these people and now you want to cry about it? Like, I love Santana now. I love her now. Rest in peace, Diane Rivera, but I was like, Santana, why is you crying? You bullied these people. And when they come back at you, now you want to get upset. Nah, you a bully, stand on that. Stand on it. Come back at them. Since you want to bully somebody that came at you and told you everything you need to do. And I mean, Rachel she got an 8 when that last line said, the only job you'll have is working on a pole. I was like, ooh, not Miss Rachel Berry. Ooh, Rachel. Sweetie. Girl. And then Santana had got mad that day. I was like, you just told her she was dancing for the Shire. Like, what you get upset for? Overall, Santana is a good character. She was a good character. I did not like how she got outed as a lesbian, though. I did not like that. And Finn knew he was wrong for that. Sitting right there in front of everybody. First of all, you don't say that anyway. To anybody, no matter how bad you are at them, you don't out them like that. And he tried to apologize. Santana should have stood on there and be like, you know what? I'll accept your apology. Take your apology and you shove it up there. That's what she should have said. And she was valid in slapping him. He needed to be slapped. A couple of people that need to be slapped, but Kurt was Kurt. Now, was he wrong in texting that guy? What's his name? Chandler, Chauncey, Chandler, Chesapeake, Chester. What of them? What are the names? Yeah, he was kind of wrong with texting that guy, but he never really cheated on Blade. But I can see why texting somebody else, and that other guy had feelings for Kurt, but Kurt did not have feelings for him. I could kind of see where Blade was coming from to a point, but to a point I kind of see where Kurt was coming from too. Like, oh, this is just a friend. Why are you getting mad? But then like Blade was like, but this person has feelings for you. I feel like if you are in a friendship or you are in a relationship and you have friends, Yeah, I feel like you need to start establishing, okay, this person, we're just good friends, we're just platonic friends. There's no type of romantic feelings between any of us. I feel like that's what happens. That goes for reg, boy girl couple, or guy couple, or girl couple, or however you identify. It goes for all couples. If you have a friend, just say the boy has a girl best friend. Just say he has a girl best friend. Now, some people say, oh, boy, boys and girls cannot be friends. What you mean, boys and girls cannot be friends? Because look at some of the TV shows that we see. Boy, you know, the two girls and one boy, the staple trio. There's always like in a high school setting. You see it with That's So Raven. You see it with Hannah Montana. You see it with what's that show? Dog, I cannot remember that show for nothing in the world. There's another boy, girl, Ant Farm. You see the way all these shows, there are the trio, the boy, two girls and one boy, or rarely you'll see two boys and one girl. Rarely you'll see that. But anyway, I feel like those shows are like a staple. Like, okay, yeah, boys and girls can be friends by any type of preconceived notions or anything. But I feel like if you are in a relationship, you need to start establish, okay, this is my friend, but my friend is not going to prioritize our relationship. It's not going to, they are not going to overtake our relationship. If you get what I'm saying. Because I have a best friend, and plus I have other friends, but anyway, my best friend, she's a girl, she's in a relationship, but I'm not taking over, I'm not making myself a big priority in her relationship. No, that's your relationship. This is our friendship. Yeah, you deal with it with your relationship. I will stay with here with our friendship. I know my limits as to like, okay, well, this and that, the third, blah 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 blah. Now, if you ask me my opinion, of course I'm gonna give it because of your best friend. I'm gonna keep it real with you, as always, because you have kept it real with me as always. But as for me just being in your relationship, in your face and all that, I'm not doing that. I'm not. But anyway, she's like my sister because I don't have any siblings. She's like my sister, like well below middle school days. We go back. That's it. Ain't no type of romantic relationship. Ain't no type of romantic feeling. Ain't nothing but platonic siblings. The way we talk to each other, you would think like, dog, do they even like each other? Yes, that's my sister. I love her down. That's my sister. But as for Blade and Kurt, I saw both sides. Like, Blade was kind of upset that Kurt was sexing this guy, and I feel like Kurt was like, okay, he's just a friend. But I kind of felt like, okay, if Blade has a problem with it, you as Kurt, you probably need to put that to the bud or something. But then how Blade gonna get mad at Kurt for quote unquote cheating, but then you actually cheat? I don't understand that. You got mad at Kurt for quote unquote cheating, and then here you go cheat on Kurt, and they want to cry. Sir, you do not get to cry at this moment. I don't understand that when somebody cheats on somebody, the cheater wants to cry, or the cheated. Like the person that has been cheated needs to cry. The cheater needs to be packing his bags and moving to a different country. Like, Marley, everybody says Marley was Rachel's replacement. No. She was nothing like Rachel. Rachel was not compassionate. I feel like Marley was a good representation of Mercedes. Marley was often overlooked, just like Mercedes. Mercedes was often overlooked. And I felt like Marley and Mercedes' stories kind of coincide with each other. We saw Marley have an eating disorder and she passed out. Mercedes, she had stopped eating so she could fit into the regular Cheerios uniforms. She passed out. And I felt like both of them were suspended for dumb reasons. Marley was suspended because she did not want to wear some type of outfit. I think it was for Gaga or something. And everybody got mad at her, Sam included. You know, Sam was a little ditzy. He got mad at her. Then Shu got mad at her. Like, sir, what's your obsession with seeing skin from girls? Like, dude, have we looked into Mr. Shu? I'm surprised Mr. Shu ain't lost his teaching license. The things he has done. But anyway. Yeah. Mercedes, she was suspended because she quit, but still. Because she didn't want, cause Shu got mad because she told him off. Duh, rightfully so. And I feel like her and Mercedes' stories coincide with each other. And she was more like Mercedes than she was Rachel. Just like Unique. I feel like Unique was kind of like a mixture of Kurt and Mercedes. To be honest, I feel like Unique was kind of a mixture of those two. With a hit of Santana. Just like a splash of Santana in them. I do hate that they did not work on any good friendships. Like, you know, the friendships they had at the beginning of the show. Like Kurt and Mercedes. Like, they kind of like fell off with Kurt and Mercedes. Kurt and Mercedes was good friends from season 1 to season 2. They were still good friends, but you never saw a good scene with them anymore. Season 3, it was all about Kurt and Rachel. Kurt and Rachel was going to the island. Then, after season 3, that's when season 4 came. Kurt moved in with Rachel. Oh my God, Eric, it was Kurt, Rachel. I was like, okay, what about Kurt and Mercedes? Like, we had Kurt and Mercedes. Where are their scenes at? Like, if anybody was going to want to go live with somebody, it should have been those two. Those two should have been living together. We should have seen those two have more moments. Then Kurt and Quinn. Those two should have more moments together. Then Mercedes and Quinn. We also saw Mercedes tell Quinn that she could move in with them, with her and her family. You know, when Quinn's parents had kicked her out. We didn't really see the more moments with Mercedes and Quinn. Then Mercedes and Santana. We kind of saw Mercedes and Santana kind of get good friends later on in the show, but I felt like they should have been a staple of good friends throughout the show. Season 2, when they did that rendition of River Deep about High by Tina Turner, baby, I was like, yes! I was River Deep, mountain high, yeah. If I lost you, would I cry? Oh, I love you, baby. You had Mercedes and Tina. I feel like Mercedes and Tina really never had. They had interactions, but they never really had interactions. Like, they really never were close. And y'all know y'all hear me keep saying, like, Mercedes, like, I feel like they never really gave Mercedes any friends, to be honest. Kurt was one of Mercedes' good friends during season 1 and season 2, but then season 3, it kind of like left from Kurt Mercedes to Kurt and Rachel. I feel like they wanted Rachel to have everybody as a friend or everybody as acquaintance. Because she's Rachel Berry, please. We had Santana and Quinn. Santana and Quinn was like good. This kind of like frenemies. Then Kurt and Brittany. We all remember when Kurt was trying to portray that he was straight. It had Brittany and his girlfriend. Like that was like funny. Like, sir, your daddy know that you are gay. Your daddy knows you were gay. You will be trying to portray that you straight. Sir, your daddy know that you gay. He knows. They had Mercedes and Brittany. Like, where was Mercedes and Brittany's interactions? They really never had an interaction, to be honest. If they did, I'm probably mistaken. I forget a lot. Then Blade and Santana, like, we all saw Blade walk Santana down the aisle. I feel like Blade and Santana really should have had more interactions because she went to the Warblers after they threw that rocks on Blade's eye. She went over there to the Warblers. She was going to try to find out what happened. I feel like Santana was a rock hard friend, and people really didn't appreciate it, to be honest. Like, if you get what I'm saying. Then Blade and Mercedes, like, I never saw them really have any interaction. If I'm not mistaken, Blade and Mercedes really didn't have any really interaction. Then Unique and Marley, like, those two were good friends, but then somewhere in season 5 or coming out into season 4, it's like they either stopped being friends, but it's like they stopped focusing on their friendship. Then Blade and Marley. Blade he really didn't like Marley in the first place until she showed up and she started singing it, yo. Then Marley and Kitty. Now Kitty, that she knows she was wrong for Marley having her believe that, oh yeah, she was fat and everything. She had to lose more weight, lose this, that, the third. But she was wrong. That's it, Finn and Marley. Because we all know Finn was kind of that when he took over the Glee Club while SpongeBob with Shoe was over there in DC and Finn had took over the Glee Club. I feel like that could have been a good teacher, a mentor-mentee relationship. That he could have mentored Marley a little bit. Then Quinn and Brittany really never had an interaction unless it was a whole Trinity together. But I wish they would have had an interaction as just those two. Yeah. Now, as for Sue, now let me tell you, the reason why the new directions were successful was because of Sue Sylvester. It was not because of Mr. Shu or anybody. It was because of Sue Sylvester. Why they were so successful, it's because of her. When she hated on them, that motivated them to do better. And I feel like she does not get the credit that she deserves. Sue is one of my all-time favorite characters. And she always kept Mr. Schuster in his place. And that was the good thing, because he was a menace to society. He needed to be kept in his place. He needed to be kept in his place. He needed to be told off. Because one thing about Schuster, he always showed favoritism to Rachel and to Finn. He never gave any about care to anybody else in that Glee Club. He should have just been Rachel and Finn. The rest of the Glee Club could have went on somewhere else. And when she manipulated Principal Finnegan to Figgins, I said Finnegan. When she manipulated Principal Figgins to get her to be the co-director of the Glee Club, And she got Mercedes, Santana, Kurt, Mike, Tina, um, dog, what is that man boy name? Artie. And what's the other one? Matt. When she got those people, when she got all of them. And she said, come around the black shiny thing. And when they was working, it showed me that when you could get those people together, look how good they sound. They sound good together. And I feel like she showed Schuster that there were more people in that Glee club than the same two people you will always get to lead a song. Like, she showed him, look at all this talent. You're wasting everybody's talent right here by putting them in the back and pushing Rachel and Finn to the front. Like, you don't understand what's going on. That's what I got for Sue Sylvester. But I did not like how they treated Coach Beiste. Coach Beiste. I didn't like how they treated her. Them. Ooh, I am so sorry. But as we know, Coach Beiste transformed from Shelley to Sheldon. So I am sorry. I did not mean to misgender them. I was speaking in past tense because we all know Sue and Shu mistreated Coach Beiste when they was a woman. So that's why I said they mistreated her. I had to remember that they transformed from Shelley to Sheldon. So I am sorry. I apologize. Do not keep. There's a momentary mistake that I just had forgot anyway. It's been a while since I saw Glee, so I forgot. So, you know, just to act like, oh, Christian racial, he's just been transformed. He's not related to people's pronouns. Excuse, I just said I forgot. So what we're not gonna do is act like I just randomly misgendered them. I just had forgot that they are transgender until I remembered that they were transgender. But like I said, I did not like how they picked on them when they first came to the school. I did not like that. Now, as for Shu, that man need to be locked up. The amount of times he should have lost his teacher's license is not even funny. This man had a song down the hall, had them singing Blurred Lines while minors twerked alongside him, alongside the wall while he walked down singing. And I'm glad Sue called that out. And when he planted those drugs in Finn's locker just to get Finn to join the Glee club, like, sir, you that desperate for members? Like, come on now. Bro, what you spied on Finn in the shower for? Weird. I was like, this man is a menace to society. He is just, ugh. And the fact that Emma ended up with him, the fact that she was running after that man, girl, what kind of hold he had on you for you to be running behind that man like a chicken with your head cut off. I was like, no, girl, this man got you down bad. She was foolish for Schuster. I was like, girl, this man got you down bad like that? Wow. Okay. I was like, baby, you have gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But overall, I feel like he was an okay person, an okay teacher. So, like I said, I rate Glee a 10 out of 10. And that is all the time I have for y'all today. Tune in. And like I said, before I even finish the tune in part, like I said, I apologize for misgendering. I just forgot about that Coach Beiste had transgendered into Sheldon Beast. I forgot all about it. So please do not be upset. Please do not get mad and say, oh, Christian J, the Christian J show, oh, he's transphobic. No, he just forgot. I'm not like these other people that just misgender just to misgender. No, Christian J actually forgot. Child, I ain't watched Glee in so long. I have not watched Glee in so long. So obviously I just forgot. Okay. All right. Yes. I just had forgot. That's all. So tune in next time for another episode of the Christian J Show.